Thank you very much. Can I start?
Yes, you can.
Yeah, thank you very much. I think the first thing is that I've always believed in my mom's values. I think my brother's spoken about it this evening, but my mom's values that she has taught me and everybody else within my siblings is what keeps me going. And firstly, it's very important to always acknowledge people that are around you, whether they're your friends, whether they're your family, whether they're people that know you. Now that I know you, you are now part of my life because you've engaged with me, you've consumed me, which means now you are part of me. So what keeps me going is the people around me.
Okay, do you still stand with your words that it's not important for local players to go overseas if they are not going to make big money overseas?
I think I must put that into context. What I've always said, and I think I'm saying it again, that a lot of people read into no need to go overseas. I'm saying overseas is overrated. When you go overseas and you're going to cut your salary by a quarter or by half compared to what you're supposed to be making at home. Remember, football is a very short career. So it's whether people want to view it as a growth thing. It's not like in a company where you're a manager, you become a director, then you become a managing director or the company owner, whatever the way that you find your way in the organization. In football, you've got at least 5 years. When you compress everything, it's 5 years. Within that 5 years, make as much money as you can. But if you go overseas, for the sake of just going overseas, then you find that you're getting half of what you're supposed to get at home. You actually have wasted your money, your time. Because then you're going to go overseas, you're going to get half or a quarter of what you're supposed to be getting at home. The conditions are not good. But of course, I could never say you should not go overseas if you're going to get a great deal, whether it's EPL, whether it's a French league, whether it's a Spanish league, whether it's a German league, whether it's a Dutch league. All those big leagues, so-called big leagues, that are paying players well, it has to be something that is double what you're getting at home or triple. Because then it makes business sense. You are in the business of playing football. So it's not just about playing football and being on the front page of some newspaper overseas, but you're living in a shack, for example. I say this and I'm saying it again, that when I took Shaba to Ezro, in Turkey, one of the things that made us to go overseas was that the deal was good. But as soon as they got relegated and the deal was going to be quarter of what he was getting, the decision was very simple. We're not taking it. We came back home. Why? Because we knew the conditions are, you have to suffer for what is good for you in your pocket.
Oh, okay. And in terms of players in South Africa, for example, if they're looking for an agent, what should they look for?
Sure. I don't think that will be something that I must put as a condition or as a way of looking for a manager. I can only say that it all depends on how you view your career. Where do you see your career going, and who do you want in your life to make sure that wherever you want to go, that person can propel you. It's not up to me to sit here and say the criteria is da 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 da. But I think you as a footballer, you know what you are worth, you know what you want, you know the kind of people that will take you there. I had a very interesting conversation with Malibonga Khoza, who wanted to join my stable. I said, why? He says, I believe that what I want to do in my career, I see myself playing internationally and whatever. And then I said, but why you want to join Jazzman? You've got so many agents that if I believe in where I'm going, you're the person that I want to join. So that's his personal position. So anybody else could choose any other of my colleagues to go there.
Okay, my second last question. Here in South Africa, we're seeing national teams doing well. Bafana reached a semi last year, semi of AFCON, and just recently under 20 won actually the tournament. That will be good for South African football. Yeah.
Absolutely. In fact, I must personally congratulate Amachita. I must congratulate Banyana. I must congratulate Bafana. Everybody's doing very well. In fact, we're saying this with one of my friends that it's interesting how the national team has just spiked all the departments, and I think this is the right moment where I could literally just, on behalf of SAFA, all the corporate guys, to start supporting the national team, because all these players, when they do well in the national level, the league is going to be bigger, because all these players will end up disappearing into the clubs, which means all the teams in the PSL now get a quality players that are playing the national team. Now imagine if 16 of the teams, their players are all playing the national team. What kind of a quality thing will you have? The league will you have? It will be amazing.
And today we're here for for this event, a National Golf Day. What makes it important for you to be here?
It's a family thing, and I was just saying to your colleague that anybody who's here forms part of my family. I think this golf day is not even about family. It's not about just a golf where you're having like more than 100 or 200 players playing on the golf. I mean, if you look at this, there's like about 80 players on the golf course, which means you end up interacting honestly and personally. So you know each other. You almost now interact at the level of being a family, and which is why my brother emphasized the family element into the golf, and that's what I think this golf day is about. It's about family.
Thanks a lot. I really appreciate your time.
Thank you so much.